back into it.
Gotcha!
Hello to you as well.
I wanted to get a candid shot. I want to be a real photojournalist, you know? Document the city as it is. Like this photo, captured by Peter Parker. That was his first cover photo way back in the day. I want to do that.
Oh, wow. Can't believe you have this. First cover. I think I actually remember when he took that. Mr. Jameson, it's Peter Parker. I called about selling you some photos. See, my uncle just passed and our mortgage is due and...
Parker, I didn't ask for your life story.
Sorry.
I'm sitting outside the Bugle finishing my coffee. If you can get here before I'm done, I'll look at your photos. But I'm warning you, I drink fast.
Mr. Jameson, I'm biking down 5th. The traffic...
If you want something, you go after it.
But...
Tell me something. Are you a New Yorker or some slack-jawed tourist?
New Yorker?
Then when something's in your path, you yell, "Coming through!" And if something blocks you, go around. New Yorkers always find a way. Do you know why people live in this town? Is it the cheap rent? The low cost of living?
No?
This godforsaken hellhole is the greatest city ever created.
Gotta get to work. I clearly got the right of way.
Stop looking for an excuse and keep going.
The smell.
Breathe it in, Parker. That's eau de Viga.
Mr. Jameson, I should focus on the road. Oh no, construction ahead. I'll never get it.
Eyes on the prize, Parker.
Excuse me, can I come through?
You're a New Yorker. Tell them you're coming through. Say, look out, halfwit. These are my streets.
Hey! Halfway! Oh, sorry, excuse me, scooting by!
Parker, pathetic! Be a man about it! Show them your manhood!
Yes, sir! Wait, what? Excuse me, can I come through?
You're a New Yorker! Tell them you're coming through! Say, look out, halfwit! These are my streets!
Hey! Halfway! Oh, sorry, excuse me, scooting by!
Parker, pathetic! Be a man about it! Show them your manhood!
Yes, sir! Wait, what? Excuse me, can I come through?
You're a New Yorker! Tell them you're coming through! Say, look out, halfwit! These are my streets!
Hey! Halfway! No, sorry, excuse me, scooting by!
Parker, pathetic! Be a man about it! Show them your manhood!
Yes, sir! Wait, what? Excuse me, can I come through?
You're a New Yorker! Tell them you're coming through! Hey, say, look out, halfwit! These are my streets!
Hey! Halfway! No, sorry, excuse me, scooting by!
Parker, pathetic! Be a man about it! Show them your manhood!
Yes, sir! Wait, what? Almost there. I'll cut through Washington Square Park.
I'm a few steps away from killing this coffee, Parker. You better haul ass. Kid's gonna get himself killed.
Thanks.
Stop sounding so timid!
Sorry.
And stop apologizing!
Sorry. I mean,
Focus on the road!
but you said...
Focus!
Is that guy getting mugged?
Happens all the time, Parker. Act like you live here!
Be a New Yorker.
A million people in the city, sweetheart. Spidey ain't coming.
Hey, Pete. I'm working on a college application, and it says I gotta tell them about myself.
More like sell yourself. It's the worst.
You got any advice?
Well, take me. Hi, I'm Peter Parker. I'm 25 years old, I have a bachelor's degree in biophysics, and I'm in love with the greatest woman ever.
Humble brag.
Who is the best journalist in this city.
Word. Go, MJ.
I try to live up to the example set by the other greatest woman ever, my Aunt May.
Humble brag again. Damn.
And a while back, I was bitten by a radioactive spider and got superpowers.
I can't put that in my essay.
Hey, I'm laying the track as I drive the train. I've used my powers to help the city and stop a lot of people who wanted to hurt it. Like my mentor, Dr. Otto Octavius. His lab got shut down by an old colleague, Norman Osborn. Otto retaliated by releasing a bioweapon. In the end, I managed to stop Otto, but not without great cost.
That was pretty good. But I'm no Peter Parker.
Exactly. You're Miles Morales. You're 17 years old and a student at Brooklyn Vision's Academy. What else?
I guess I help out with my mom's work in Harlem every now and then. She's Councilwoman Rio Morales. And there is a girl I like who's spectacular and inspiring, and I think is one of the best artists in the city. And I also got bitten by a radioactive spider that gave me superpowers. I learned how to be a Spider-Man from the OG. But I learned how to be a hero from my dad. He was killed by Martin Lee in the City Hall bombing. The good I try to do every day is the good my dad planted in me. But it's been hard. Even with superpowers, sometimes we can't save the people we love, no matter how hard we try. A hero's someone who doesn't give up, though. And I don't plan to. I don't know, man. I can't talk about me without talking about Spider-Man.
Sure you can. You just have to... Yeah, why don't you just start another draft?
Still don't feel that there's money in the music business.
By 1991, this was before Big got signed. Okay, Big was still selling crack.
Yes.
And at one point, he goes to North Carolina.
Yes.
And he gets caught.
Mm-hmm.
Were you involved in any of his operations when he was up in North Carolina, or when he was doing, when he was selling on the block in Brooklyn?
I was involved because we were the suppliers to everybody.
Okay, so he was basically, you were his plug.
Exactly.
Okay, so he goes up to North Carolina, he gets caught selling crack, ends up doing 9 months. He gets out. And at that point, he starts to take rap a little more seriously.
We always took rap seriously.
Okay, but, you know, after spending 9 months in jail, you have a slightly different perspective.
No, he still didn't take rap seriously. He took rap seriously not from a business perspective. He was just like me. He didn't know where the money was. He knew that he seen what he saw, right? He didn't. He had no. We seen Big Daddy came in and dropped in Brooklyn, looking like drug dealers, and we seen all of these rappers from that era. They all so big saying, yes, that's what I want, but there's nobody coming.
Well, then in 1992, after he gets out and doing the 9 months, he puts together a demo. Mr. C gets a hold of that demo. He gives it to Matty C, to the Source, who was doing the Unsigned Hype copy, which at the time was almost like a Kingmaker type copy. Whoever ended up in this Unsigned Hype was guaranteed a record deal.
Right.
You know, I mean, if you fast forward, you know, DMX got a start from Unsigned Hype, Eminem, Common, Mobb Deep, laundry list of people who are still, you know, significant to this day. So he gets an Unsigned Hype. Puffy sees the article, gets a hold of the tape, and then signs Biggie to Uptown Records. And the first thing he shows up on was Mary J. Blige's Real Love remix.
Which Daddy-O produced.
Which Daddy-O from Stetsasonic produced.
And that was in the next to the Stash House in the basement. That I said, those guys look like drug dealers. And my brother said, that's Daddy-O.
So Biggie is signed. He shows up on this remix, but he really doesn't have any money at this point. No. Is that when you step in and start to actually finance his dreams?
I was, like I said, my brother and them was financing his dream before I even got involved.
Okay.
He was taken care of. Like Big didn't have to do nothing that he did, right? His mother was a hard-working woman, right? She provided for him. She provided for him. He was going to private school. It was just that thing in a young person growing up in Brooklyn. We all had it. It was that pull to the streets, right? He used to be a booster. We had some of the most famous, toughest boosting females in my neighborhood. One thing you'll see that on the series. These women was terrorists, female terrorists. And everybody from every hood used to come down there and try to get with them because they were boosters. They would dress them in the flyers and everything, and they made them relevant to other neighborhoods, right? And Big used to go boosting. He was a booster. People don't even talk about that. He used to, because his mother didn't give him money where he could buy labels, right? She was a church woman. She simple, whatever money she was making, so she kept the clothes fat. But he wanted to be in the streets. He had ambition. He wanted the girls. So he, all of those lyrics that he write about taking the Izar logo and putting it on a bootleg, dial, look at your face, bully